Now, I tuned into it last night because the highlights of that game are on YouTube. It's fair to say the fans of Venezia did not see this one coming, nor did the players. They celebrated like it was the greatest victory in the history of Little Venezia's existence. What is going on with Roma and with Jose? Because at the moment it seems the magic dust has gone.
Well, look, I mean, I saw that game, and I also read a lot.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I also read a lot of reports. They battered Venezia. They came away with an expected goal ratio of 3 goals in that game. They got a penalty. They should have got a penalty, but these results will happen. And of course, because it's Mourinho, everything will be amplified. They're 6th in the league. They've played against the top side, Napoli, recently, and drew with them. Nobody said that Roma was the finished article, and Paulo Fonseca, who was there, is sort of delivering the same outcomes as he's delivering. I think it will take a period of time. Is he what he once was? Probably not. You know, he's the sum of all his parts, and all his parts have been Real Madrid, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Inter Milan, Porto, Chelsea. And I don't think he's at the same level that he once was before. But I think it's a little early, 11 or 12 games into an Italian season where they're a long way away from being the finished article. Of course, it all becomes about Mourinho, his battles with the referees, his battles with fans. Everyone sort of gets into this role that Mourinho is narcissistic and it's all about Mourinho. And there's an element of that. That's probably true. But I think 12 games into a season, you know, the European game, he put all the kids out and he got beat 6-1 by an opposition. We were in Newcastle when that game came through. And we're like, ooh, dear, look at that.
We're thinking what's going on there.
But I think it's very early, and I'm not entirely sure that the Roma fans are on a term with him just yet. Defensively, they seem to be all over the place. Mourinho will take a little bit of time. I think it's too early to judge him. But because it's Mourinho in this situation, you're going to immediately micromanage it, immediately micromanage the situation, and immediately judge it by the standards that Mourinho set before.
Well, I mean, as you say, there's 6, but they're 13 points behind the joint leaders, Napoli and Milan.
They are.
I mean, I saw the Milan derby on Sunday night.
But there was no expectation they were going to win the league, Jim. The owner didn't have an expectation by bringing in Mourinho in season 1 they were going to win the league. I think it's Danny Friedkin, isn't it, the owner, who has supported the club and was going to support it even further, took Fonseca out to be able to replace him with Mourinho's ambitions. But I don't think he's put down the gauntlet of Mourinho comes in, we win the league. Yeah. I think he expects him to get in the top 4. He's 3 points off the top 4.
But if you were him, as you were at Palace, and you're the man that holds the purse strings,
I'd be peed off if I got beat by a low-ranking side.
You'd be seriously hacked off. I mean, their summer spending, Roma spent last summer 111 million quid.
Yep.
Venezia 15.
Yeah, but you could run...
It's a great David and Goliath story.
But you could run the argument that West Brom smashed the hell out of Chelsea last year, 5-2, in an individual game. And 2 months later, Chelsea are crowned champions of Europe. You can't take these swallows and summer moments and define them just because we want to, because it's Mourinho and we like to do that. And I think that Roma are there and thereabouts. I think the job would have been to get them into the top 4 or as high up the league as you possibly can. And the fact they spent 111 million euros or pounds, I don't know, but let's say it's pounds.
Pounds.
Right?
Pounds.
That is probably the sort of benchmark that you have to spend to get into the top 4 of the Italian league. You will find games like Arsenal found against Brentford, Chelsea found against West Bromwich Albion, and other sides have found ad infinitum that you'll get beat by lesser sides. It happens.
It fell apart for him at United. He fell apart at Tottenham. And got the bullet. You've always said it's a media agenda.
It is to some extent, but he's the architect of that agenda as well. Don't get me wrong; he's complicit in his own downfall.
Yeah,
he's not beyond criticism or observation in this matter. He's a very different animal off camera than he is on camera, and he's a very capable manager. And if you look at the United situation, it went bad very quick. It went from being second in the league, winning 2 trophies the previous season, the League Cup and the Europa League, to not getting Harry Maguire, to having a turn, to turning everything dark. That's how it went, because he signed a contract in the January of that year, so clearly everything was happy in the garden, and 6 months later, Mourinho's the darkest thing from Darkland.
So you're blaming part of his downfall at Manchester United for not getting Harry Maguire, a player you lambast on a regular basis?
No, I'm not blaming that. I'm saying that they signed him for somebody else a year later.
What was you said about Harry Maguire turns like an ocean liner?
I do. I am no admirer of
But he might have made all the difference to Jose.
I'm suggesting the reasons why he went dark. I'm suggesting the reasons why the wheels started to come off.
So it's a matter of time before it goes dark at Roma?
Well, it depends how he gets on with his owner. Depends what the level is. But after 12 games, it's ridiculous to suggest that the wheels are coming off for him. They're sixth in
Looks
the league.
like it. Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, that's a poor result, but these results happen.
Little Venezia.
These results
I went to Venezia years ago to see them play Cesena. It was hardly memorable, but it was lovely. You couldn't help but admire the surroundings.
Granted, and when young boys beat Manchester United, or whoever they beat, right, is that the end of Manchester United then? No, it's not. It's one game. It happens at moments in time. And because it's Mourinho, it becomes a story.
A lot of
and
people
Mourinho,
aren't going with you, Simon, in this. Ryan is saying Jose Mourinho has not been a good manager for almost a decade now. He's a specialist in failure now.
Jose Mourinho is not the manager. I think I topped and tailed it. Jose Mourinho is not the same manager that he was when he came into Chelsea in 2004, when he departed after engineering a departure in 2007, went out the door like a hero, and he wasn't. He was moaning and groaning because he couldn't get what he wanted from Abramovich, so he left on the back of a Champions League loss to someone like Molde or someone like that.
Yeah.
Then he went off to Inter Milan, pulled trees up that you can't believe. Then he went to Madrid, stopped that juggernaut with Barcelona. But he comes back into United at exactly probably the wrong time. So I'm not giving him a pass. He isn't the same guy. He's diminished by the sum of all his parts and all of his experiences.
But it's not a media agenda.
It is.
It's not about, how can it be a media? It's a result.
Hold on, 12 games in, they're sixth in the league, they're 3 points off the top four. What are we on about? I'll tell you what we're on about. It's Mourinho getting beat by a lesser side. Where was the pile-on for Tuchel when he got beat by West Bromwich Albion 5-2? Smashed into the next life.
Is there a media agenda against Dean Smith? Do you see a media agenda against Nuno Espirito Santo?
We're not talking about Dean Smith.
They both went.
We're not talking about Nuno Espirito Santo. We're talking about Jose Mourinho and the litany of observations are made about every single nuance and peculiarity because he's media gold dust. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah.
He gives us an enormous amount of flow through because he's always doing something that will engage.
What's flow through?
Transient information,
ongoing
interest in what he does.
Right, I'd never heard of it.
So with that in mind, is he a busted flush, as is being said here? I don't think he's a busted flush, but I don't think he's at the level that he once was. But to suggest that if they're sixth in the league, where was Fonseca? Where were Roma last year? Sixth in the league. 12 games into this season, where are they now? They're building. He's changed personnel. He's building a side. Tammy Abrahams, by the way, is playing out of his skin. Where's the praise for that?
Did you see Tammy against Venezia?
He was all right. Not bad.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, not bad.
What's happened to you?
Well, because I think Tammy Abrahams is a good player. And when I said Tammy Abrahams will be a top player, everyone laughed, right? But no one's saying Tammy Abrahams that wasn't good enough for Chelsea is doing quite well. He scored 3 goals over in Italy. He's got himself back in the England side. No one's saying that must be as a result of Mourinho's coaching. That gets lost.
Do you think we'll ever see him back here?
Nah.
No.
Nah, I think he's done now here.
You think he's done now?
Here, yeah. Well,
right.
where does he go from here?
Right.
He's worked his way down. He's worked his way down from Chelsea.
He's worked his way down.
Well, he has, hasn't he? Yeah. He went to Chelsea with this enormous bag of money from Abramovich, wins the league, goes to Man United that have been stagnant for a period of time, doesn't win the league with them, goes out the door with everybody saying, oh, Jesus Christ, look at the state of him, goes to Tottenham Hotspur, goes in there, gets fired before the cup final.
Yeah.
And he's going down from Chelsea to United to Spurs. Oof. Where's next for him? Norwich?
I know. Well, this is it. Anyway,
could
think you've got a media agenda against him.
That's not a media agenda. That's reporting circumstances.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're just bringing us facts like I was bringing about Bodo Glimt and Venezia.
No, that's not facts.
Oh, it's not facts. It didn't happen.
Sorry, that is facts. Yes, of course it is.
I can assure you, Venezia beat them 3-2.
My point about following the line of how Mourinho goes. We only ever report the bad stuff. So the fact that he's got Tammy Abraham firing, where's that?
But the thing is,
where's that though? Because nobody wants to hear that, do they? They want to hear Mourinho's as dead as a dog. He's a waste of time. He's a busted flush, and he's an annoying, irritant, narcissistic little twit. That's what we'd much prefer to hear.
The only reason we're reporting the bad stuff is because there's a dearth
of
good
bad.
Stuff.
He's sixth in the league.
It's not that bad. Okay.
Where did you think Rome was going to be? Okay, let me ask you a question then. Where did you think Roma was going to be this season?
I would certainly think they'd thump Bodo Glimt twice, and I'd certainly think they'd win at Venezia at the weekend.
Did you think West Bromwich Albion were going to get thumped by Chelsea?
I'd almost think that they wouldn't be as many as 13 points behind the joint leaders Napoli and Milan.
Why?
At this stage. Because neither of them are pulling up trees. They're not world beaters.
No, but they've got a better starting point than Roma have, and they've got a better squad, some better players than Roma have got. And they've got probably a better background than Roma have got.
Yeah, but Roma have got Tammy Abraham, the saviour of everybody.
What was the last thing Roma won? I can't hear you. What was the last thing Roma won?
We'll get into that during the break.
Come on, Luke, off you go. There we go.
That was Simon Jordan's media agenda.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.